Good morning. Welcome to the K-12 Online Conference 2017. I'm your leadoff speaker, Shannon Blancett, and today we're going to be talking about a new product, Newsela, and how it can completely transform your educational classroom. Would you like your district reading scores to be higher next year? Heck yes. Well, I have the answer for you. Newsela. Even Kip approves, and you know he has serious online chat room skills. He's often been spending the days chatting with babes online. What is Newsela, you ask? It's only the best thing that's ever happened to me, quoting Kip. Newsela will transform the way you differentiate reading in your classroom. Newsela tailors Lexile levels to individual readers based on a few short online quizzes students answer following current events readings. These are great readings. Things like the NFL anthem protest, things that are gun control. These are things that are in the current events today, or it can be anything throughout history. If the readings are too easy, Newsela automatically increases the Lexile level to challenge the reader on the next few readings. If the readings appear too difficult, Newsela dials the Lexile score back to reach the appropriate level for even the struggling readers, all without missing any of the content. I know exactly what you're thinking. How much work do I have to do to make this happen in my classroom? Surely I can't afford the time, can I? Well, it's not even 20 minutes a day. It's not even 15 minutes a day. I'm going to tell you this, it is not even going to take you 10 minutes a day to get this done and organized in your classroom. Newsela can change your classroom in just 5 minutes a day. That's less time than it takes you to remember your password when you're forced to change it by your district. I'm looking at you, Bob. Let's take a look at one institution that's currently using our program, Anoka High School. This is Shannon Blancett. He happens to look a lot like me. He is handsome and smart, and that is a very rare combination in this profession. Quoting him, I have used Newsela in my classroom all year and have seen dramatic improvements in reading comprehension. Look at that face. Would he lie to you? Even the cranky old teachers love it. Let's talk to Gertrude the Hammer von Hamstein, the 2015 National Disciplinarian of the Year. Quoting her, Newsela is amazing. Kids were too focused on reading to even consider shooting spitballs. That's a veteran teacher right there. Reasons for implementation in Anoka High School. The scores in the district in the MCA reading test were the lowest in 2016 and 2017. District administration decided something had to be done and asked for ideas. The English teachers, traditionally taxed with dealing with the reading scores, asked for reading skills to be taught across the curriculum instead of it all falling on their shoulders. Seems logical. Research showed that in 2016 and 17, only 63.6% of students were proficient on the MCA reading test at Anoka High School. This was the 5th consecutive year that scores dropped. District administration was on board with trying something new to help with reading scores. The implementation. Social studies offered to find and build a plan for the civics implementation and researched many different options. Newsela provided a way to help teach reading comprehension skills while focusing on subject content area. It wasn't like they were out reading Shakespeare. They were reading things that were relevant to their content. The department PLC was on board with trying it out. Early results. Newsela articles are implemented 1 to 2 times a week at the beginning of class to track student progress. These are great. These are bell ringer activities. Kids get in, get logged in, grab a Chromebook, sit down, read a 1-page article, takes 3-4 minutes, answer a few questions. Within 8 to 10 minutes, by the time you've got your papers handed out for the day, by the time you've got your attendance taken, kids are done and they've already kicked you in a quiz score. The first cycle of 6 to 8 reading quizzes just ended. Many students were sent new articles with adjusted Lexile scores based on the results of the first cycle of quizzes. This individually tailors it to the students. Next week will be the first week of adjusted Lexile score readings. I'm excited. Some of my struggling readers are going to feel like they're being successful. Some of my high flyers are going to feel like they're being finally challenged on these scores. This is an example of an NFL anthem protest reading at a Lexile score at 1130, and the exact same article dialed back a little with a Lexile score of 970. A lot of similarities. The content is still there, yet the vocabulary and difficulty has been dialed back a little bit to make it a little bit more accessible for your struggling readers. The desired results of this, the district goal is to reverse the trend of falling reading scores. The initial goal for 2018 is to move it from 63.6 to 63.7. Seems like a very, very modest goal, yet in order to stop this sort of downward trend, they've got to slow it first. So the goal is to stop the downward trend, start an upward tick, and as of now, I think we're seeing that this is possibly heading in the correct direction. How do we know if this works? Teachers monitor student progress and report to department chairs to update the program. MCA reading scores will provide the final measurement, and the expectation is that proficiency will be at 63.7% or higher. Now, this is tracking the same cohort of students that had the 63.6 last year. It's not like we're getting a whole new group of students, so it will be an almost identical cohort of students that will be taking this quiz. Newsela is the answer to all of your reading problems. Register for it today.